Welcome back, my dear listeners, to the iSquaredPodcast. I'm your host, Jimmy Lau, your companion on this journey through the intricacies of mind and spirit, where knowledge is infinite and wisdom is squared against the everyday hustle to bring a moment of peace and insight of depth and the rhythm of our lives. As we settle into today's episode, let the world fade into the background and allow yourself to be immersed in the tranquility of Eastern philosophy, which for centuries has been a reservoir of timeless wisdom. Today, we are venturing into the heart of one of the most profound texts ever written, the Heart Sutra. Revered in the tapestry of Mahayana Buddhism, this text is more than a philosophical scripture. It is a portal to a new way of seeing and being, offering insights that transcend the ages. In a world that often spins too fast, the Heart Sutra comes as a gentle hand on our shoulder, reminding us of the impermanent nature of everything and guiding us towards the liberation of understanding. Let's embark on this journey together, unraveling the essence of the Heart Sutra, and in its reflections, we will find our own hearts a bit more open, a bit more at ease with the enigmatic dance of existence. Stay with me, and let's begin. Now, we turn our gaze inward to the heart of the sutra. Forged deep within the traditions of Mahayana Buddhism, the Heart Sutra is often viewed as the essence of Buddhist teaching condensed into a few beautifully crafted lines. Its origin is rooted in the Prana-paramita literature, where extensive texts layered with profound teachings span thousands of verses. Among these texts, the Diamond Sutra, a jewel in its own right, illuminates the concept of emptiness and the illusory nature of the material world. But even the luminous teachings of the Diamond Sutra are but echoes of the broader Prana Paramita, the perfection of wisdom. So imagine for a moment ancient monks and scholars dedicated to unearthing the core of wisdom itself, and from this ocean of enlightenment, distilling everything down to the purest drop, the Heart Sutra. They were acutely aware that not everyone could dedicate a lifetime to reading, let alone mastering such extensive works. Thus, our cherished Heart Sutra was born out of the need to make the profound accessible, to encapsulate the boundless in the finite. Its Sanskrit title, Prana Paramita Hridaya, literally translates to the heart of the perfection of wisdom. We call it the Heart Sutra because it represents the heart or essence of this wisdom, the central theme, which is paradoxically the understanding of emptiness or shunyata. Now, let's dive deep into the themes which the sutra speaks so eloquently. Emptiness. It is not the absence we might think it to be, but rather an interdependent existence. It teaches us that nothing has an inherent, separate existence on its own. Everything is because something else is, a lesson in interconnection that speaks volumes even in the context of our modern lives. Take a simple cup of tea you might be enjoying as you listen. The cup is a combination of elements, the clay shaped and fired, the hands that formed it, dependent on the potter's skill and sustenance from the earth, and even you, relishing its contents, complete its existence. Through stories and metaphors, such as the allegory of the castle found in ancient texts, where an empty city symbolizes the concept of emptiness in the Heart Sutra, students were taught the nature of reality. The narratives often speak of this emptiness as a great release, once grasped It liberates one from the constraints of material longing. It is a personal transformation that many have found leads to profound peace, a peace not disturbed by the coming and going of temporary joys and sorrows. Listeners, as you reflect on the interconnectedness of all things and the fleeting nature of our realities, consider how the wisdom of the Heart Sutra can transform your own perspective. It is a text that continues to shape lives, an ancient sutra that compels modern hearts to find that still point in a turning world, and perhaps there lies its undying allure. We turn now to the words themselves, from history to our very moment. Thank you for being here with us on the iSquared podcast. Stay with us as we absorb the timeless essence of the Heart Sutra after the break. As we continue our meditation on the Heart Sutra, let's dip ourselves in the philosophical brew it offers, an elixir both puzzling and liberating. The philosophical questions and paradoxes that the Heart Sutra evokes are not merely relics of ancient intellect. They cast shadows and lights that dance upon the walls of contemporary thought, inviting modern minds to a timeless conversation. The sutra boldly declares, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. At first glance, an enigma, a Zen koan persuading us to reflect deeper. Consider for a moment the quantum quandary where particles are both waves and not waves until observed. The Heart Sutra, like quantum physics, invites us to question the very nature of what is. Where scientific thought dances around the probabilistic, the sutra, in its philosophical bounty, resonates with the paradoxical. In modern philosophical thought, we encounter existentialism, which prompts us to find meaning in a potentially meaningless universe. The Heart Sutra approaches this quandary from the other side of the coin. It suggests we strip away the layers, not to find meaning, but to embrace the emptiness of intrinsic meaning. It posits a universe where the absence of predestined essence isn't despairing, but liberating. And from there flows the river of conceptual interconnectedness, not interdependence driven by necessity, but by the fluid absence of inherent existence. Could it be that the technology connecting us across virtual spaces is but a web woven from the silk of emptiness that the sutra speaks of? Social media, a tapestry intertwining lives, ideas, and experiences, reflects back to us a version of the Heart Sutra's vision of interconnected non-existence. The Heart Sutra reminds us to look at our world and its phenomena not as anchors, but as sails catching the winds of impermanence, propelling us through the sea of experience. What would it mean for us today to live as the Heart Sutra instructs, to view our carefully constructed systems of finance, identity, and politics as ultimately empty? Would this not be an existential challenge to the status quo? In these precious minutes we share, let these paradoxical notions whirl around your consciousness. Allow the questions that arise to linger without the rush for immediate answers. For sometimes it is in living the questions that we walk the path towards wisdom, towards the emptiness that is brimming with potential, the very essence of our existence. As we near the apex of our discussion, preparing to hear the Heart Sutra itself, let us hold these philosophical implications close, like keys that may unlock the great bounty of understanding and freedom within our hearts. Stay with us on the iSquared podcast, my dear listeners. The sutra awaits after the break. Now, my friends, let us draw near to the soul of our episode. Find a spot of calm, whether it be a nook in your home or a quieter corner in your mind, and prepare to absorb the profound truths held within the Heart Sutra. Allow each word to wash over you, as gentle and pervasive as the morning mist that caresses the world into wakefulness. I will now read the Heart Sutra, taking us through its verses slowly in the most easily understandable English version, letting its wisdom resonate with us in this shared moment of tranquility. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha. This is the Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, while moving in the deep course of perfect understanding, shed light on the five skandhas and found them equally empty. After this realization, he overcame all sufferings. Listen, Shariputra. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. The same is true with feelings, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither born nor destroyed, neither defiled or immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, or consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, ears, nose, mouth, body, and no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of ignorance, no old age and death, and also no extinction of old age and death, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva has attained perfect understanding, and the mind has no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one attains nirvana. In the three worlds, past, present, and future, all Buddhas have attained perfect understanding and attained Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, know that perfect understanding is the highest mantra, equal to the unequaled mantras, the destroyer of all suffering, the incorruptible truth. A mantra of prana paramita should therefore be proclaimed. Gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvaha. As these ancient words linger in the space around us, let us sit with them for a moment. Feel their echo, their timbre. Let it merge with the rhythm of your breath, the beat of your heart. For although we have reached the end of the sutra, its journey within us has only just begun. My dear listeners, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound tapestry we've explored. The Heart Sutra, a timeless anthem to wisdom, emptiness, and interconnectedness, beckons us to bring ancient awareness into the day-to-day of our modern lives. The essence of the sutra asks us not to see emptiness as mere nothingness, but as the rich potential from which form arises, and into which it seamlessly dissolves, creating a dynamic cycle of life, perception, and existence. Now, let us revisit some of the potent Sanskrit terms we have encountered. Understanding these terms deepens our appreciation of the sutra's final verse, whose resonance is both a teaching and a blessing. Let's begin with Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. The term Bodhisattva references someone committed to enlightenment, not just for themselves, but for the sake of all sentient beings. It is a path of service, suffused with compassion and wisdom, extending a hand to lead others towards liberation. Avalokiteshvara, known as the Bodhisattva of compassion, embodies this ideal. The name means the Lord who looks down, signifying the caring gaze of universal love and empathy upon the world. A spirit of such depth, it resonates across cultures and beliefs. As the representative voice of the sutra, Avalokiteshvara bridges the infinite with the finite, the cosmic with the personal. We then turn to Shariputra, a principal student of the Buddha, renowned for his wisdom. It is to Shariputra that the teachings of the Heart Sutra are imparted, highlighting the depth and complexity of the dialogue within the sutra. Addressing Shariputra underlines the sutra's scholastic lineage, passing from teacher to disciple, from knowing to understanding. Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi is in many ways the zenith of the sutra's philosophical aspirations. This phrase is the crowning jewel of enlightenment, representing the ultimate state of wisdom that is complete, insurpassable, and perfectly attained. Anuttara means unsurpassed. Samyak translates as proper or complete. Sambodhi refers to the enlightenment of a Buddha. Together, they describe the highest attainment in the Buddhist path, the perfect awakening that dissolves the illusion of self and other, nirvana and samsara, form and emptiness. Gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvaha. This sutra concludes with a powerful mantra, often chanted for its transformative properties. Let us decode these Sanskrit words to grasp their full significance. Gate translates to gone or going. Paragate means gone over, gone beyond. Parasamgate expands this, meaning perfectly gone beyond or fully transcended. Bodhi is awakening or enlightenment. Svaha, derived from Vedic Sanskrit, has a connotation of let it be or so be it. A concluding affirmation of the mantra's invocation. Together, this mantra can be interpreted as a call to proceed onward, to transcend the mundane and move towards enlightenment, affirming this progression with deep faith. This chant might resonate differently within each of us, but its essence invites us to a personal journey beyond the conventional, beyond our limited perceptions, toward the illuminating embrace of Bodhi, awakening. Understanding these foundational terms bridges the gap between recitation and comprehension, allowing the listener to grasp the essence of the sutra. Each term, steeped in layers of meaning, is a stepping stone towards profound insight. As devotees on the path to understanding, let us reflect on these terms after we leave the quiet sanctuary of this episode. They are not mere words but guides, beckoning us toward an awakening that transcends the bounds of language and culture. As we conclude today's episode, my hope is that the wisdom of the Heart Sutra, the understanding of emptiness, and the interconnectedness of all life forms offer you a foundation for contemplation, personal growth, and inner peace. In the quiet stillness that follows our shared exploration, I invite each of you to carry the Heart Sutra's teachings beyond this moment of listening. Reflect on its significant verses on form is emptiness and emptiness is form, and consider how this insight manifests in your life. Where do you see the essence of interdependence in your daily existence? How does the concept of emptiness impact your understanding of the personal and collective reality? These are not just philosophical musings, but practical contemplations that can lead to profound shifts in perception and experience. To build a bridge from our discussion to your lived experience, I encourage you to take to social media. Share your insights, your stories, your journey with the Heart Sutra using the hashtag HeartSutraJourney. Let this hashtag become a collective tapestry of understanding woven from individual threads of our lives. As we close this episode, remember the Sanskrit mantra Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha, and let its transformative call to go beyond resonate within. Let it be a steady drumbeat as you walk the path towards wisdom, as you pave the way for light to enter not just your life, but to illuminate all of those around you. And now, dear listeners, our time together comes to its end. Until our paths cross again in the infinite journey of understanding and compassion. This is Jimmy Lau signing off with a heart full of gratitude for your companionship on this profound journey. May your days be filled with happiness and wonders, and may you dance in the symphony of impermanence.